Hello. Yeah, screen is so dirty. That's better. Happy Sunday. Oof, been a busy last couple of days for me. I've been really running around a lot trying to get things done, just little things here and there, just normal life, ordinary stuff, ordinary good stuff. Because I like to try and help others. I mean, it's probably no, it's definitely the reason for being, isn't it? To help others, isn't it? I don't know. For me, it is anyway. Being human's interesting. I'm giving it a good go, you know. Been here a while, giving it a damn fine go. Being human can be fun and interesting. So a lot of stuff I'm doing right now is, you know, helping others as best I can. And I don't even know what that, sometimes when people ask you for help, excuse me, I went through a gate or another gate. We're all going through gates. Yeah, one of the key parts for me of trying to help others is understanding that if they ask for help, then that's good. It's a good thing, and you can follow through and do your best, you know. But sometimes people ask for help, and then really they don't want it. Joggers. Yeah, really they don't want your help. And I find that a little bit frustrating sometimes. I really need your help. And you go, okay, well, I can help. Here's what I can provide. And they go, well, that isn't enough. Or, that's not the kind of help I want. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, that's the only kind I can provide. Anyway, hello. Hello from Russia, Moscow City. How are you doing? Are you running from the ops? VF. Who's VF? Ops. No, I'm not running from anybody. I'm running from. I'm running to. Yeah. I'm not running away from anything. I thought for a while that I was, entertaining some sort of escapist notion of, the psychological operations that are going on in the world, people trying to control you and, telling you what to do, stuff you can and can't stick in your arm, all those things. Morning. Hello, puppies. Somebody taking their dogs for a walk. Yeah, I thought for a while, there was some sort of escapist notion in my head of, being away from. Well, you can't really escape yourself. Wherever you go to, you're still you. And that's what I ended up settling on was who am I? More than anything, who am I? What am I? What am I doing? Where am I? Why am I? All those internal questions that you end up with when you get old like me, because most of the external ones have been, explored and adventured, and life is an adventure for sure, and it still is continuing to be an adventure. It's just I'm going more internal than external. I just watched about an hour and a half of a YouTube presentation by somebody called Emily C. Moyer. and I can't remember if it was on Emily's channel, but it was on YouTube. But if you get the chance to see it, that's what I'm really curious about. The things that she and her friend Benjamin Balderson and another guy called Chris, they've been doing this deep dive into all the alchemy that makes up the alchemical world, you know, and the periodic table and stuff like that. I'm really interested in the fundamental building blocks of life. Wow, the fundamental building blocks of life. Yeah. But the alchemical idea and all that stuff is really very steeped in a lot of history and mystery and dark magic and white magic and left side and right side. And, you know, you have to be willing to go down to go up sometimes, and that's a tough one too for a lot of people. But you know, I mean, it's curiously interesting or interestingly curious. I don't know which, but I'm one or the other or both. And I've been working on Frankensteining my daughter's car. I say Frankenstein, she has an old car and the front got smashed in a bit, and they can't really find the parts, but there is an equivalent part by, you know, one of the many companies that make cars that we got from a scrapyard, and we're trying to put that together. It's looking pretty good. We're almost there, and then she can have a car back, because living in California, Los Angeles particularly, you know, Southern California, being without a car is, I mean, it's such a spread out, massive city, Los Angeles County as well, you know, she's a little south of Los Angeles, but, you know, it's, being without cars is just horrible. I mean, I say horrible, they built the city with the automobile. I mean, basically, Los Angeles grew at a time, grew from a small town, you know, anyway, it grew exponentially alongside the car, and so, yeah. And now they're trying to bring back a public transport system. Of course, you know, getting to and from the point of pickup and drop off from that transportation is still the mess. So anyway, I'm meandering, and I don't want to stay on it for too long, but it's Sunday, and you know, I'm enjoying the mild temperature here. I mean, it's a little cooler than the summers, obviously, but only a little. It's still nice weather. You know, talking to my family, friends. I have a lot of friends who are struggling health-wise at the moment, and it's affecting their decision making. And it's sad to witness, because, you know, one of them is actually very close to death. So, but it's the general acceptance that you know, you're having a human experience. It'll hopefully last, you know, 40 and 10 or whatever, you know, whatever, how many years. But the length of your life and the dependence on your life is due to your health, and that's a balance, and that's the balance you have to try and achieve. And, you know, health is wealth. I have another friend who's, she's a great healer, and she's a very kind person, but she's being roped into looking after somebody that was an acquaintance. She knew of him, and he had a heart transplant, but through a friend. The friend is volunteering her to do all the work. Now the guy's had a heart transplant. These hospitals here are factories. I mean, like, we're a transplant hospital. He's had a transplant. We've sewn him back up. He can sit up in bed. We're sending him home. He needs palliative care. You guys, so this one friend, anyway, it gets complicated, but in truth, it's like, it's not a care system. I mean, sure, they've got skilled surgeons, they've got skilled doctors, but it's not a care system. It's run on money. Once he was able to sit up in bed, we need that bed. We need to make more money. We're a transplant hospital. And it's like, well, transfer him to a hospice, a place where he can recover, but be a caring health industry, business. It's all business. It's all money. Anyway, so, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's tough at the moment because we're going through this transition. I think humanity is going through a period of time when we're fed up of being controlled and fed up of being told what we can and cannot do, and deciding to stand up for ourselves, take full responsibility as a human, stop being a baby, face the future, and make good choices. And I think I started this conversation with myself with, I'm trying to help others. I think that's key. That's absolute key. Help others. If you can look after yourself, which, can be a struggle, and I understand that, but if you can look after yourself and keep yourself going, then help others. That's the best thing you can do. All right. Thanks, Pavel, for listening. Hello from Russia. And VF, are you running from the ops? The psyops are constant and consistent. That's what you mean. The psychological operation, the trying to manipulate mankind into man cruel, is all around us, and you can't escape it. But you can completely disobey it. Just disobey. Don't do as you think. Simple, really. They're telling you they know better than you what you want. Then you surely are going to say, no, I'm not doing that. So that's it. It's running from. I don't know about running back. All right. Love you. Cheers then. Bye. That's my morning report. Again, I'm back to the morning reports. Oh dear.